Oh hello, it's Tuesday the 3rd of September and it's time for an evening at Epcot. Hello, welcome back to Richard Vlogs Disney. My name's Richard, I make Disney vlogs, obviously. If this is your first time watching the channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If Disney vlogs are a bit of your thing, why not hit the subscribe button and the like button and all the other things that YouTubers love it when you do, because it does really help me out. Welcome to an evening at Epcot. We're not at Epcot right now, we're at Magic Kingdom. Why, you ask, if this is an evening at Epcot? Well, there was a very long line for the Epcot bus at All Star Music, and there was no line and a very big bus to Magic Kingdom, and I thought, why not? I can get the monorail. Not the quickest way to get to Epcot by any means, in fact a very long way, but I do actually really like that monorail loop, so it seemed like a good opportunity to sort of have a little ride of that. I've also managed to pick up myself a lightning lane for Guardians of the Galaxy. That is one of the benefits of a solo trip, sorry Roberta, where lightning lanes are more available because there is just one of you. So managed to pick myself up a last minute lightning lane for that. It was $14, kind of begrudge it, but I really want to do Guardians, so I'm glad I could get that done today. And then it's Food and Wine Festival, so it will be a whole bunch of little bits and pieces for dinner because I haven't eaten yet. While it's obviously not where we're going right now, it is nice to walk through the entrance, past the entrance to Magic Kingdom. You probably noticed in every shot, like up there, there's a bit of cloud around. It has been raining, as it has, I think, every day on this trip so far. That's a standard Florida summertime thing. If you are from the UK and you think, we'll go to the sunshine state, summer is when it will be sunny, it's not. This is when it's raining. In fact, it's about to start again. So consider that before you book any kind of trips. I'm going to run to the monorail before I get very, very wet. Once you get to the Transportation and Ticket Centre, the Epcot monorail is just out and across. If you come from the resort monorail, you have to go down and around. So Test Track is closed right now, as you can see, big refurb happening there.
Yeah, but you said it before we inside those glass pyramids, and also a free flying adventure across the world.
They need to update the audio on the monorail because it's still going, there's exciting things coming to Future World, such as the Play Pavilion, and I'm sat there like, no, there's not. If you do come on the monorail, you don't have to go back through security because you had to go through security at the Magic Kingdom end to get on the monorail, so you just are in the park at this point. It is 6:30. It's taken me about 45 minutes to get here, so as I said, it's not the quickest way. And that was quite quick because I lined up the monorails quite well. I got lucky that they were like arriving as I got to the station. I have 15 minutes before my window for Guardians opens, and I think that would be a good place to start because then I can feel really unwell and motion sick and then just cure that by lots of Food and Wine Festival food. Thank you. When there is a festival on, which is nearly all the time now, you don't get very much Diet Epcot these days, but when there is a festival on, next to where you'll find the maps, you will also find, there it is, find the camera, a festival passport, and this will tell you, what's available. There are 4 festivals that happen at Epcot. Festival of the Arts is the first one of the year, that's generally January, February time. Then in spring we change to Flower and Garden Festival. Personal fave. That runs through most of spring, normally up till like June, July time. We then have a changeover to Food and Wine, which is where we are now, and then that goes away in October, like end of October time, as we transition into Festival of the Holidays, which is another personal favorite. My thing with Food and Wine, it's probably the one that's the bottom of the 4 for me, because all of them have food. All of the festivals have food booths. And then there's just other things that happen with them. Food and Wine, it just doesn't have the things that the other festivals have. But I'm still here for some yummy food. So in the passport, you'll find sort of menus of all of the different booths, especially the things that you want, such as the Canada cheese soup. Get the cheese soup. You also find there'll be bits in here about like merchandise, like other food offerings that are like for sale in the actual like eateries here. Apart from Test Track at the moment, it is nice to be out of Walcott and into actual Epcot. This is a nice area. It is a nice area. It's a nice place to calm and relax and sit. The background music here is chef's kiss good. We definitely, as Disney fans, expect everything to be like an e-ticket attraction. So when there's an area like this was that is essentially a building site for a really long period of time, and then we are presented with a park, we're like, oh. But this wasn't an attraction before. This has always been the center of the park, and I would have liked a fountain, but overall I think this is just a nice relaxing area, and in terms of what Epcot was supposed to become, and I guess it's still in the process of becoming because we never stop moving forward, it's a nice green, you know, it's naturist, that's not a word. It's certainly quiet without the every 20-30 seconds or so the sound of cars zooming past. It's a hefty refurb, that one. It's not going to be finished this year, and good. Test Track deserves it and needs it, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's supposed to pay homage to the original attraction from that pavilion, which was called World of Motion, that being the Motion Pavilion. So really looking forward to what they do with that, and I'm glad they're taking their time. We love a long refurb if it gets us a great ride at the other end. It's time for Guardians of the Galaxy. In terms of new Disney rides recently, this one really does seem to get through the boarding groups. So of the things that are currently using a virtual queue, which there is this, Tiana's, Tron are the three that are currently using a virtual queue. So the queue opens at 7 AM and 1 PM. So if you're not the kind of person that wants to get up at 7 AM on your holiday, because let's face it, who does, you can get a chance to get into these virtual queues at 1 PM. This one seems to be the one that gets through the most groups, I've noticed. So they're currently boarding groups 120 to 132, and it is not 7 o'clock yet, and this park closes at 10. So they get through them. Like, you have a good chance of getting on this, kind of regardless, I think, of what boarding group you get. Correction, the park closes at 9.
As you have seen, your world and ours were born of the same moment, one which you refer to as the Big Bang. As such, we are all galactic neighbors in a vast universe which we and countless others share.
I must ask you to put away your Terran communication devices at this time. Recording of any type is strictly prohibited. I am very serious about this. Now, please step forward into the chamber. You're gonna love this.
Okay, headed for the jump point. This plan is never gonna work. Lock in. Well, okay, I'm locked onto your vehicle.
We'll be right behind you.
Nothing to worry about.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man, then you're likely doomed.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
From existence.
What have we done?
I think we jumped back.
That's the DJ?
The Big Bang.
Number team, make your star blasters. We have them contained, but not for long.
Do you really think they deserve to be called heroes? Do you see how they dress?
It's
just a figure of speech, Drax.
Ah, you are lying to them. Now I understand.
Welcome to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Looking windswept, look at that. I have no idea how much of that will be like usable footage. First time I've ever recorded it on this like little camera, the Pocket 3. It didn't like it. It's a small gimbal camera, and just the G-forces involved, it couldn't hold its head up basically. So I'm not sure how much of that was usable, but thoroughly enjoyable. I think Everybody Wants to Rule the World is one of the good songs. They're all good songs actually, but it's one of my favorites. It's just quite chill and relaxing as you're being like zipped around, and it's such a smooth coaster. So it's actually quite a nice experience. If you are like me and it makes you horrifically sick, because it does, like, I'm not gonna lie, I go on it despite the fact I get horrifically sick. There's a few things that you can do. The main one for me, the main tip is at the scene where you're like helixing around the moon, do not look at the moon. Focus on the chair in front of you or something solid in front of you just for that helix. It really helps just orientate you when you come out of that. I don't feel awful though, which is a bonus. I'm gonna go now and find some food, settle the stomach a bit, and just get into some of this food and wine festival. I'm starting in the Odyssey Pavilion. I'm trying really hard not to just go to Canada and get multiple servings of the soup. I've already had the soup on this trip and I want to explore other things. There are some peanut butter and jelly wings here, which is my target. So this is the peanut butter and jelly sticky wings. I'm really not sure what to think about them, but I love peanut butter and jelly and I thought, you know what, I will give it a go. Item number 2 is this pomegranate and raspberry tea. And this is like orange, it looks like Dippin' Dots, like Dippin' Dots sorbet. I'm gonna do this first because I don't want it to melt, and then I will do some of the wings. Please excuse the odd camera angle because I'm on like a standing table and I'm kind of perched and I know it looks very weird. Also, don't worry, you don't have to skip forward. I never film myself like eating on camera, so I will just look like I'm about to eat and then cut to a reaction because no one wants to see that. This is good. The orange is like cream, not like sorbet, so it's more like a creamsicle kind of thing, and it's actually more of it like buried in the drink here. I can feel like a lump in there. It is tea. I like tea. If you don't like tea, you may not like it, but it's sweet, it's refreshing. I think on a hot day this would be really good, and let's face it, it's Florida, it's nearly always hot days during food and wine, and I'm going to give this another go. Yeah, I like that. That's a recommend. I'd probably give that a 4. It's nice and refreshing actually. It comes in this little cup, which let's hold that up so you can see. This is like a Muppet Labs pavilion, so it's got a bit of a feeling of a lab cup. I like that a lot. Alright, let's get to the wings. They are boned. It's wings, so there's bones, so consider that if you're not the kind of person that likes boned chicken. Anyway, here we go. That's really good. That's really good. That's like one of those things that you shouldn't like. It's like, if you know about it, there's a secret menu at All-Star Movies where you can get the cheeseburger with the cinnamon bun. Like it's a cheeseburger that uses a cinnamon roll as the bun, which is like a top tier Disney food item. This is a similar vein, like sweet, savoury, shouldn't work, absolutely does work. That is a 5. That is so good. Also, I don't know how much you can see over my shoulder out the window. It's kind of glary in here. The lights are quite bright. It is pouring down. I didn't even notice the rain coming. But if you look out the window, you can't see the American Adventure or the Italy Pavilion. So there's like a wall of water. Welcome to Florida summertime. That's fine. I have peanut butter and jelly chicken wings, so I'm good. One thing you may want to consider, I've removed the bone of the one I already ate, but there are 4 in here. So if you are like me and on your own, this food... Wait, is there 5? Oh my god, there's 5. It's a lot of food. You can easily fill up quite quickly. I annoyingly left my poncho at the hotel. So I'm hoping that this isn't going to be around for much longer. But the Brew Wing Lab, oh yeah, that's a great pun, is a good is a good choice. 5 out of 5 for the wings, 4 out of 5 for the drink. For the drink, I actually recommend just getting a spoon and having it like a dessert, because once it starts to get a bit melty and to get that like orange ice cream. Oh, and just FYI, if you hate your taste buds, that's where you can get that pickle milkshake. What's strange is the sky above me doesn't look rainy, but it is. I'm not sure how much longer this is going to last. I'm kind of stuck because I'm still waiting by the Odyssey. It doesn't look like it should be raining, but it is. Looking at the radar, the storm is moving and growing, so it's moving away but then getting bigger, so basically staying over the top of us. I could try and run somewhere to get a poncho, which I don't want to buy another one, or an umbrella, which I don't want, but it's so heavy that by the time I get there, there would be no point having either the poncho or the umbrella, so I'm just kind of here. So that's now. And as we slide across, you can just see that it's like, oh, it's going away. No, it's coming back far worse. I'm going to have a decision to make soon, I think. So I was ready to like pack it in. I was ready to go home. I actually filmed a little thing saying that we were going to like do like a dual, ooh, let there be light, and warm. And maybe it would dry me off. That was the Luminous announcement, 30 minutes to Luminous. Yeah, I'd filmed like an outro saying that I was going to do like a 2-parter. We'll come back to Epcot tomorrow evening. And I was like, you know what, let's just embrace it. I came here to eat, I came here to watch fireworks. And I'm going to eat and watch fireworks and spend another $12 plus tax on a poncho. Because I would have just gone back to my hotel, not done very much. And I'm in Disney. And I love fireworks. I love the fireworks shows. Anyway, let's show you what I got from Canada. So this is a great menu of food and wine. You have the cheese soup that you can get at Le Cellier, but if you don't want to pay to go to Le Cellier, which is the Canada table service restaurant, if you didn't know, you can get it here. This is like a pretzel bread. And then we have a filet mignon with some mashed potatoes. This is like a Boursin cream cheese, like butter as well. I have had this already before on this trip. I'm not sure on like the release schedule of things, but it's in one of Adam's vlogs, so if you haven't watched that, go and watch that. But let's face it, if you watch this, you watch him and you've already seen it, and you know that this is just like a solid 5 out of 5. The steak is really good and the soup is really good, so this is 5s all round. And you just get a nice view while you eat, nice atmosphere. It has stopped raining now, hence why the camera is out, and so it stopped raining. It might start at any moment, but we make do. It actually amazes me how quickly people just appear again after the rain. This park was empty 10 minutes ago and now it's really busy again. Where did they all scurry off to? People are starting to get seats now, or spaces, for Luminous. Nearly said Harmonious. Luminous. But I'm still on the hunt for more food because my time has been constrained by the weather. So we're going to carry on walking around. I kind of know where I'm going next. I've already decided I'm coming back on another night or another day because looking through the passport there are so many things I want to try, which I'm not going to get done. I'm not sure yet how that will translate into vlogs, if that will mean that this vlog is very long or if there is going to be another vlog. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to edit it all together, but I will have written it on the screen somewhere to tell you what to do. Either keep watching or wait for another vlog, or if you're watching this like weeks from now, it's probably already up. I don't know, it will be somewhere on the screen. There's a funky blue lighting here, so excuse that, but this is the braised beef and mashed potatoes from the Belgium stand. Again, excuse the angle, I'm kind of perched at a table. So this is the beer braised beef and smoked Gouda mashed potatoes from Belgium. I hope you can hear me, by the way. Another beef dish after the steak, so it's a bit samey, but it was just next on my list. The Belgium stand is located between France and Morocco, so not geographically correct, but I guess close to France, so kind of geographically correct, but also next to Brazil, which is very geographically incorrect. I don't think they're trying to be geographically correct, by the way. Let's give this a go and see how it stands up. Okay, the beef is like a stew. It's like a stewed beef. I can taste the fact that it's like there's beer in the stew. The beef is like a 3.5. It's maybe not as tender as I'd like for was evidently like a stewed beef. The mashed potatoes are like a 1, which is really disappointing, like a 2 maybe. How to describe them? Like school mashed potatoes, kind of lumpy, kind of solid, kind of heavy. Which may be the cheese, but it's just not giving like smooth restaurant quality mashed potatoes. So I think overall, like a 3 for this one. I will say though, enjoyable in combination. Still a 3, but enjoyable in combination. Wouldn't rush back to get, haven't despised that I bought it. Ooh, lightning, did you see that? I have time tonight for one more food item, which we've come to Japan. Can you see this? Again, kind of weird lighting around here, so it's not blue. This is the teriyaki chicken bun. It's slowly burning my hand, which is good, right? Hot food. I think what it is pretty self-explanatory, right? It's teriyaki chicken in a steamed bun. Let's try it. That's like a 4.5. That's really good. Really flavorful. It's steaming hot, which is something you want, right? In a steamed bun and hot food, like freshly prepared. The flavors are really nice, the chicken's really good. Big fan. So the big thing in the American Gardens Theatre at Food and Wine is Eat to the Beat, which is bands. You get some pretty big names in the bands, depending on, of course, what your musical taste is. I definitely recommend looking, but looking through the list earlier, I saw Simple Plan was coming, so my high school self would be loving that. Plain White Tees, a few other like relatively big artists, so have a look, check on the Disney World website. When you're here, there might be someone that you want to see. So we're just about 5 minutes now till Luminous, so I'm going to find a spot somewhere around the lagoon. It's actually much quieter at the back side of World Showcase, assuming a lot of people hid on the other side of the lake, so it's a bit quieter back here. I'm going to try and find a decent spot. This is like my first standard fireworks show, like not a special event fireworks show of the trip, and I live for these fireworks shows. Like these are the kind of things that I listen to on lunch, like the soundtracks and stuff, so really excited just to get some Disney like feels straight in my eyeballs. In a rare occurrence, there's no event happening in the like Venetian bit of the Italy Pavilion, which often has good views. Like I know you have the gondola poles here, but I'm actually loving this view because I can see Spaceship Earth. I've got all of the barges in front of me. This is 3 minutes to the show, so you know the rain has its benefits. And there's that show as well.
Welcome.
Bienvenue. Marhaba.
Yokoso.
Welcome.
Benvenuti.
Welcome.
Karibu.
Willkommen.
Bienvenidos.
I'm not crying, you're crying. I think that's the second time I've seen that show live. The first time was in a vlog that I filmed on a previous trip that I never edited and put together just because the vlog wasn't very good. And that included our opinions of it before, like mine and Roberta's, and of course she's not here to give hers now, unfortunately. But that, I don't think I liked it before, if I remember correctly. At least I didn't think it was as good as I now think it is. I will always be Reflections of Earth, like a super fan. For me, Harmonious completely missed the mark on what the show should be. It's the show that Epcot deserves now. You know, if we accept what Epcot now is, which is an IP heavy park, anything in here now is going to be IP related. We have to accept that, and if we're going to have IP, I want it to feel like Epcot, and a show that ties humanity to music, and you know, the comparisons between playing as a solo, as an orchestra, and as a duet for like the parts of your life, when you find a partner, when you experience loss. It's great. Yeah, a solid 5 out of 5 now. I think I gave it like a 4 last time, and I felt like I was being generous. It's hugely grown on me, and I'm so glad that I stuck it out to watch it, because I think in my head I was like, it's Luminous, like I'm not that bothered. I'm so glad I stayed. I also like how Spaceship Earth with its lighting now gets involved in the show. You may have noticed, depending on some of the footage I used of the show, that there was a lot of smoke hanging around. The air is very still, so it just wasn't getting out of the way. There's not too much you can do about that. If there is wind and you can notice what way the wind is going to go, stand downwind, stand downwind away from it so that it doesn't get blown in your face, but otherwise there's nothing you can do about that. And now I'm just going to take a slow walk back to the bus. Let everyone else rush and get on the bus. I'm perfectly happy taking a slow walk round a hopefully slowly emptying World Showcase. This is why I enjoy a slow walk out of really any park, but Epcot especially, because it just has just really great views. One of the simplest changes they've made over the last few years continues to be one of the best, which is the lights on Spaceship Earth. It's just a beautiful addition. It just gives this whole area just such a nice feel and light to it, especially the way that it blends with the lights in World Celebration. I'm really loving this park again at the moment. It's been one of my least favourites for so long. It's been walls and construction, and now it just has a really nice kind of feel and vibe around it again, and I'm back to loving Epcot. I guess we can have a little exit through Creations. Of course they have all of the Food and Wine Festival merchandise, including these cold cups. What's on the other side of these? These are Corksicle, which is a major sponsor of this festival. Just the Corksicle logo, and then just Food and Wine Festival. Price-wise, that one is $39.99 plus tax. Always plus tax. We have these plates with Minnie, and sorry it's an angle, but the Food and Wine Festival logo is there as well. We have some chopping boards. I actually quite like that. There's also the trash can salt and pepper shakers. Get that in the middle actually properly. I actually really like that. That's just funny. That is $14.99 plus tax. Yeah, just like a funny Disney joke. The trash can table kind of joke. Yeah, I like that. We have another trash can. This I guess is for pepper, or just another spice of life. Again, I love the trash can shakers. Same price as the other one. Very large, very heavy water bottle, thermos flask. Lots of Figment on it, which is great. I love that Figment is now officially Epcot's proper mascot, and it is sort of in like just Epcot everything. The more they put him here, he can't get taken away from us. I love that. And then I won't go through it all, but there is just another. Oh wow, look at that dragonfly. I don't know if you can see that in the shot. I won't go through it all, but then there is just some other Food and Wine Festival bits and pieces here. Spirit jersey, front of Spirit jersey, t-shirts, excuse the focus, sorry, more t-shirts, lounge fly bags. These are like cool bags in the middle. yeah, just a selection of merchandise. And then, of course, no Epcot Festival would be complete without a pair of ears, again featuring Figment, Food and Wine Festival 2024. Cute. Just into more generic merchandise now. I really love these puzzles. I just love that they're park posters. I want these posters. I probably can get them not in puzzle form, but I love that. And then also on like thermos and bottles, this is a Tervis. You can actually lock it at the top, but if you press this button, there's your little like sippy sip. And then you can close that back over. Can't do it one-handed, but you get the idea. I just like the Epcot logo on it. It's very weighty. It's nearly 10 o'clock. The park's nearly been closed for an hour. This is how long it's taken me to walk around, and I'm still kind of not exiting. I'm walking back through World Celebration now. You don't have to, like, you're not forced straight to the exit. You can just kind of wander. They're not going to let you on rides or anything, of course, and if you start to take a really long time, you'll just be slowly shuffled towards the park exit. But you really can take your time leaving, and it's a really great time to have a wander and just take in some nice views. Okay, I think I'm done. I've taken photos, I've had a nice walk. I'm gonna head back to the hotel now, and then I'm gonna film 2 outros, one where this is part of a larger vlog and one where this is its own self-contained vlog, and then you get to find out which one it actually is. I thought I'd do a little mirror chat. I haven't done any of that in this series. I don't know why I'm leaning against there. Hello. Yeah, mirror chat. Hi. I don't know what's gonna happen now. I'm filming 2 outros because either this is part of a larger vlog because this didn't become enough to be a vlog, or it's its own vlog. And if you're watching this one, then this was enough for its own vlog, and you've just watched a nice, lovely evening at Epcot with Food and Wine Festival and Luminous, and all together that was a vlog. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have watched the whole thing, thank you so much for getting this far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, notifications, you know, all of the things that YouTubers ask you to do, that we appreciate it when you do because it really does help us out. There's probably a decent amount of other vlogs on the channel from this trip, so go and check those out. If you want to see other vlogs, not by me, but of this trip, go and check out Adam's channel. Let's face it, if you watch me, you know who he is, but I will link it in the description below. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Appreciate it very much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!